Have you ever had a bus driver you trusted completely until they almost killed you? I was sitting in the back of the bus when I noticed the water rushing across the road. Everyone immediately started looking out the windows and pointing like we'd never seen flooding before. But Mr. Guevara kept driving straight through it. Sit down and stop being dramatic. This road floods every spring. I've driven through worse water 100 times. My phone started buzzing with emergency alerts. Mr. Guevara, my GPS says there's dangerous flooding ahead. We should turn around. I held up my phone from the back seat. He looked in the mirror and laughed. Oh, Bree, I've been driving this route for 15 years. I thought you trusted me. Now put the phones away. The younger kids trusted him completely. Mr. Guevara had been our driver forever, and he always took care of us. But something felt wrong. He never yelled at us. The water was getting deeper and moving fast, brown and angry looking. Gordon, a second grader, raised his hand. Mr. Guevara, the water looks really deep. His voice was shaking. Be quiet. It's just run off from the storm. Mr. Guevara gripped the wheel tighter. Anyone who keeps complaining gets written up. The water kept rising past the tires. It wasn't stopping like normal puddles did. Most of us stayed quiet because nobody wanted to get in trouble, but we couldn't ignore our trembling fingers. The water had been flowing across the road for like 3 minutes straight now, and usually we drove through puddles in seconds. Then I heard it, a weird sound coming from under the bus. It sounded like rushing water hitting metal. The floor beneath our feet was vibrating. I wanted to scream. This wasn't normal flooding. I texted my older brother Marcus, who went to the high school. Did you guys take the Mill Road today? He texted back immediately. No, that road is closed. Massive flooding. The bridge is out. Where are you? My heart started pounding. I showed the text to my friend Carlos. His eyes went wide. He whispered to the kid in front of him, and soon half the bus was looking at my phone. Mr. Guevara, Carlos said. The bridge is out ahead. This road is closed. Mr. Guevara's face turned red in the mirror. We can't go back now. Phones away right now. His hands were shaking on the wheel. The water was at the bottom of the windows. I could see debris floating past us. Tree branches and trash cans hitting our window. Through the front windshield, I saw a road sign barely sticking out of the water. It said, bridge out 500 feet. That's when I stood up. Stop the bus. This is dangerous. Sit down or you're suspended, Mr. Guevara yelled. But I didn't sit down. I ran to the emergency exit. You're going to kill us all if you don't stop. And that's when the engine died. The bus started floating and drifting sideways toward the trees. Kids were screaming and climbing onto their seats. The little ones were crying. I want my mom, a kindergartner wailed. I yanked the emergency door handle. The alarm started blaring and the back door flew open. Water rushed in around our ankles. The cold hit like needles. Everyone get on the roof, I shouted. Carlos and I stood at the exit pulling kids up. Their hands were slippery and shaking. The fifth graders grabbed the kindergartners and lifted them through the opening. Mr. Guevara tried to grab kids to keep them in their seats, but we pushed past him. Move! Carlos yelled at him. The bus was tilting and spinning in the current. We could feel it starting to tip. Other kids were pushing out the emergency windows and we were literally fighting to get out before it flipped. By the time we got everyone on the roof, the bus had slammed into a tree. The impact threw 2 kids into the water, but we grabbed them. Kids were holding onto each other and sobbing. Mr. Guevara was the last one out. I didn't have a choice, he kept saying. You don't understand what would have happened. His voice was shaking now too. We could all see the bridge was completely gone, just raging water where the road should have been. The fire department took 40 minutes to reach us. When they finally got there, they had to use boats and ropes to get us off 3 at a time. 2 kindergartners got hypothermia from the cold water. Gordon's asthma got so bad they rushed him away in an ambulance. The truth came out during the investigation. Mr. Guevara hadn't taken that route to avoid construction like he'd said. He tried to claim he didn't know how bad the flooding was, but the video showed him seeing the warnings and ignoring them. Federal investigators had been doing surprise audits at the bus depot that morning. For 3 years, he'd been stealing diesel fuel and selling it. He'd stolen $30,000. Another driver had warned him about the audit, and he chose that flooded road to avoid driving past the depot. The prosecutor said he risked 40 kids' lives to avoid getting arrested. Mr. Guevara got 20 years in prison.